What's up, brothers? Special teams, special plays, special players. We're here for another episode of Harness News Update. We're live here on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because HarnessBid, just like the show, is a game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. Provides buyers and sellers an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you. It's customers, zero commission. So check out harnessbid.com for more. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. Purely just a recap show today. Just got all the action from over the weekend to go over. There was the Borgata series last night, the blue chip on Friday from Yonkers is the big juicy stuff. We'll get to somewhere in the middle of the show. We'll also talk about everything going on from West Coast to East Coast, both sides of the border here, U.S. and Canada, of course. Friday, I'll be back again, of course. We'll talk about that. We'll recap anything that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not always a lot going on there. Preview weekend action, and I'll have a guest. I have a guest lined up this week. I'll just tease it. I have a guest. I don't like saying too much, just in case plans change, and people don't end up being on the show. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes it doesn't work out. But this one I have booked so far. Once it's officially recorded, I'll announce who it is, and that will be shown on Friday's show as well. I'm gonna start trying to do Fridays with friends on Harness News Updates. So try to get someone into the show every week on Friday, see what's going on with them. But without further ado, here is the recaps from this weekend. We're going to kick things off. Fraser Downs on Friday. There was a preferred pace, race 5. Let's pick this. The preferred was race 6. Might have actually put the wrong race in. Let's just see here. Yeah, the preferred was race 6. This is looking at last week's. My bad. 1 second here. 1 second. I'm all out of sorts again. Great start today. And if you might hear some loud sounds and some bangs and some things like that. There is work being done to the Harness Link Studios here in Winnipeg. So you might hear some crash and bangs. Yes, race 5 was the preferred on Friday night at Fraser Downs. Here it is. We'll pick it up after the half.
It is Sunshine Boy out there with a lengthened 3/4 lead. It'll be fine, sits in second. Army Captain Hanover now asks for a little more pace in third, followed by Pure Form Mr. Tuffy. Trailer still waiting on a river as they go by the 3/4 now in 124 flat, and it is Sunshine Boy with the lead. Driving it up on the outside is Army Captain Hanover. It'll be fine, saves ground at the pylons, and is a wheel for home. It's Sunshine Boy with the lead, attacking through the passing lane. It'll be fine on the outside. Army Captain Hanover, Sunshine Boy, Army Captain Hanover moving in. They hit the wire. They're right together. Very close. It'll be fine. It'll be third.
Yeah, it was Army Captain Hanover winning it there in 152-3. Alan Malloy was in the bike. This is an 8-year-old gelding by Captain Trentress. Also Friday night, Kelly Hort gets a hat trick. He would win one race before that with Light My Shadow in 154-2. He'd also win the last 2 races of the day, Joe DiMaggio in race 8. And here's race 9 with everyone's hero getting the job done in 158 flat. On to Freehold Raceway. Had racing Friday and Saturday. On Friday, Austin Singleman got a hat trick. His first win comes in race 2 with Dream Pillar in 159-4. He wouldn't win again till race 8 with Java in 158. And then the longest shot on the board was a 6-1 here with King Cast in race 9. It will go in 2 minutes and 4/5. And then Singleman would actually win 3 more on Saturday as well. He would win races 3 and 4. Race 3 with Shrimp and Grits and 157 and 4. And race 4 with Albert Scooten. Wins by neck in that one in 158. But this is race 10. He wins with Vasari 20-1 upset in 158 and 4. This is a 11-year-old gelding by Art Major, still getting the job done. A couple of races later was with race 8 was the preferred. Lion Steel wins quite handily in 154 and 2. An 18-1 Yo AJ finished second. Let's pick this up after the half.
That's Ignatius, Gratian Hanover, and the back marker is Fizzing, and off stride at the back is Southwind Sandor. 55 and 2. This is an aggressive tempo being set by Lion Steel. Lion Steel leads it by 2.5 still. 6 feet apart is right there in second. From third, it's Marcus Sealster in advance of Yo AJ. Up to the outside, trying to move first up here is Ignatius. Locked to the inside next is Gratian Hanover. Fizzing last of the main group. Southwind Sandor far back. 3/4 on the board and 124 and 2. They head for the far turn the final time, and it's Lion Steel. The lead is out to 5. Make it 6 now. 6 feet apart is battling on from second. At the inside, that is Yo AJ. Moving from the back is Ignatius, but as they come to the top of the stretch, Lion Steel is well clear. The lead is out to 10 lengths here. Lion Steel still flaunting his speed late in the game here. Yo AJ far outside late along with Ignatius, but down to the line. How fitting. Lion Steel, the longtime Dennis Watson trainee, wins the Dennis Watson Memorial. From between horses, Yo AJ, it appears, was held second. Tight for third. 6 feet apart are Ignatius. 150.
Yeah, and then on the Buffalo Raceway, had racing Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, 2 drivers get hat tricks, Kyle and Kevin Cummings. First up, here's Kyle. He wins race 1 with blue on black. Wins by a neck here. It's 7-1 in 201 and 1. The second place, Yo's Can Scoot finished second. Was at 56-1. Kyle Cummings would also win races 6 and 10 on the card to make it the hat trick. Kevin Cummings would win races 4, 7, and 8. Race 4 with BNG's Express. Race 7 with Pep and Cooley. And here's race 8 with Cashier in 2 minutes and 2, getting the third and final win for him on the day. Then on the Saturday at Buffalo Raceway, we'll kick things off here with the open pace first, race 13. Let's pick that up after the half. It's 14,000 up for grabs.
So steady 28-second quarters into the clubhouse turn they go for the final time. Better Take It. On the inside, Run, Jimmy Dunn. William on the outside. Now Lip Reader making his move, and he's up to 4th. Now 3rd as William retreats to the cones. Optical Illusion trying to catch his cover on the outside, 6 degrees. Pepperjack Flash not tonight. As they go to 3/4, Better Take It. But Lip Reader's chewing up real estate quickly. 3/4 of 120, 4 and 4 into that final turn. Better Take It and Lip Reader. They're nose to nose, tail to tail. A 2-horse breakaway with an 1/8 of a mile to go. You better get on your feet because here they come. Better Take It outside Lip Reader. He came from the clouds and now he's going right on by. Lip Reader in deep stretch. Lip Reader to win. Better Take It to be second.
Yeah, that was Lip Reader getting it done there in 153 and 2 with Drew Monty in the bike. One driver also got a hat trick, and that was Joseph Chindano on Saturday. Here's race 3, his first of 3. He would win with Topville Olympian in 156 and 3. He would also win races 6 and 12. On to Century Downs, had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, let's pick things up with the Fillies and Mares Preferred race 6. Let's pick this up after the half.
Then 5th, Goodbye, See You Later, and a gap to Chocolate Terror. They leave the 5/8, head to the 3/4, and it's Outlaw Sharktastic. She says, catch me if you can. If only I'd known. Has something to say about it. And outside second, right there in the inside third is Jakara. Backing away is Miss iTunes.
3 quarters, 126 and 4. They went 28 and 3 down the backside, and it's Outlaw Sharktastic trying to see it through. If only I'd known, back for more on the outside, and then Jakara. It's Outlaw Sharktastic. If only I'd known. Jakara is third. Outlaw Sharktastic and Sobe, they're going to go all the way at 20-1. Second was Jakara. If only I'd known, third. And goodbye, see you later, fourth in 155 and 3.
Yeah, 20-1 upset there. Outlaw Sharktastic and the Fillies and Mare preferred at Century Downs. Nathan Sobe trains and drives this 6-year-old mare by Smart Shark. The only other thing on Friday was Brandon Campbell gets a Hattie, wins races 2, 5, and 7. Here's race 7, 6-1 Century Mock, wins in 156 and 4. A 6-year-old mare by J.K. Royal Flush. Kelly Hort trains this mare. And then on to Saturday, race 4 was the preferred 2 pace. 11,000 up for grabs. Let's pick this up after the half.
By the half, 57 flat. It's Redstone Arsenal by 2. On the outside second, Carol B. Bunsen trying to chip away, and he is coming on into second. Now, Outlaw Guns Ablazing loosely gapped third. It's Icy Blue Scooter coming on now. He takes over third. Then it is Wine 30 to Lively Outer Flow and Crackle and Burn. Taking over was Caro B. Bunsen for Gillis. Moving now into second, Icy Blue Scooter. Redstone Arsenal's had enough, and then it is Wine 30. 3 quarters, 125 and 2, 28 and 2, third quarter. Caro B. Bunsen, Logan Gillis trying to nurse him home here. He's got 2 on Icy Blue Scooter. Wine 30 going to be wide for the drive. Into the stretch, it's Caro B. Bunsen. Icy Blue Scooter has dead aim. He's coming on. Wine 30 widest of all. It's Caro B. Bunsen. Icy Blue Scooter. Wine 30 at the line. Caro B. Bunsen hanging in, hanging on to win it. It appeared to be Caro B. Bunsen over Icy Blue Scooter and Wine 30 in 150.
That was 154 and 2 before cut off there. Carol B. Bunsen with the minor 5-1 upset over Icy Blue Scooter. Logan Gillis trains and drives the 6-year-old gelding by Blue Burner that got the win there. Oh, let's move on to the Meadowlands Friday and Saturday racing. Friday night, one driver gets a hat trick, and that was Braxton Boyd. Wins races 5, 6, and 13. Here's race 5. He wins with Hunt You Down at 15-1. Michael Moran trains this pacer by a 5-year-old gelding by Huntsville. And then Boyd would also win races 6 and 13 on the card. This is the big upset here. 15-1. Close finish, though, too. Just sneaks up on the inside there. And then on to Saturday at the Meadowlands, 2 drivers get hat tricks versus Tim Tetrick. He wins races 4, 7, and 13. Race 4 with Swim with the Current in 153 and 2. That's the highlight we're going to see in 1 second. Right here, this is 36-1 upset. Mike Burke trains. Big cut, 36-1 upset here. The 3-year-old gelding by Better's Wish. He'd also Teacher could also win race 7 with Jack's Shadow in 150 and 4, and race 13 with Sid Finch in 153 and 4. Yannick Gingras also got a hat trick. He'd win races 5, 6, and 12. Race 5 with Stretch the Line. That's 4-1, and then race 6 with Oh Look Magic in 152 and 2. But here's the highlight: race 12, Duddy Lore, in 151 and 4. Hoosier Park just opened up not too long ago and had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, we had some opens. Here's the Open 2 pace was race 12, 18,000 up for grabs.
Half. They're moving on to the second turn. Your wishes granted a length. Odds on Blockchain, Rolling Like Thunder now into third. Big Wheels, and moving second over is Saddle Up. Saddle Up's following the live cover of Rolling Like Thunder. Then comes Ike's Dream as the field now comes to the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 124 and 1, 29 and 1 third quarter. Rolling Like Thunder has taken the lead. Your Wish is Granted is second. Then on the outside, Saddle Up. To the inside is Odds On Blockchain. Any one of these 6 can win. They're pretty much right across the track inside the final eighth of a mile. Saddle Up on the outside now moves up. Big Wheels down on the inside, Odds On Blockchain. Big Wheels is getting the better of it late, and Big Wheels is the winner. Odds On Blockchain was second, 3-way photo for third.
Yeah, that was Big Wheels getting it done there in 151 and 2. Tyler Smith was in the bike, and he'd actually get a hat trick. That was his third win on the day right there. The next race, race 13, was the Open 3 pace. 16,000 up for grabs in this one. Crooked Smile wins in 151 and 2 with Jordan Ross in the bike for trainer Timothy Wilton Jr. Let's pick this one up at the half-mile station.
Moving on to the second turn. Crooked Smile in front now by 2 lengths. Latsanakis is second. 6 again third. Rockin' Marty moves to the outside and is moving forwardly. Then behind that are Henry the Horse and Captain Sleaze. Away We Go is trying to rally up on the outside. Bet Mine, then True Blue Lindy and American Firewater. 3 quarters, 125 and 2. They're in the stretch. Crooked Smile in front. Latsanakis to the inside. And then Rockin' Marty. Down on the inside is 6 again. Here comes Away We Go, who's trying to close in late. Crooked Smile is in front. That lead is now 2.5. Latsanakis is second. Away We Go closing in. And 6 again. It's going to be Crooked Smile to win it. Latsanakis was second. Third was
Sorry about that. That's everything from Friday. On Saturday at Who's Your Perk, there was a bunch more opens. We had the Open Trot, race 5, 22,000. Here it is.
Brookview Bolt with the lead. Renegade Gypsy second as they move to the second turn. Famous Father and Goomster are together third and fourth. And then racing fifth is Tug and Coop, Flagman, and Muscle Dynasty the last 2. Brookview Bolt in front. Famous Father on the outside of Renegade Gypsy. And then Goomster. Outside comes Tug and Coop. And the last 2 are still Flagman and Muscle Dynasty. 3 quarters, 126 and 3. The third quarter was 29 seconds. And it's Brookview Bolt in front. Famous Father trying to close down the outside. Also Renegade Gypsy oncoming. And on the far outside is Muscle Dynasty, who's making progress. Looking for racing room is Goomster. Brookview Bolt with the lead. Renegade Gypsy. Famous Father. On the outside is Muscle Dynasty. It's Brookview Bolt hanging on. Brookview Bolt winning. Second was Famous Father, then Muscle Dynasty.
Yeah, that was Brookview Bolt in 154 flat. Trace Tetrick was in the bike for Tyler George. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Swan for All, winning that Open Trot. A few races later, race 12 was the Open 3 Trot. 16,000 up for grabs in this one. Grand Revival wins at 7-1 with Marvin Luna in the bike for Walter Haynes Jr. Grand Revival, 4-year-old gelding by Creighton, gets the job done here. Let's pick this up at the half-mile station.
A length. Late Night Hawk third. Sly Little Fox fourth. And then it's Kid Tyler fifth. After that comes Nico Man. Southwind Cherry is moving to the outside. And then next is Sweet Boy Ben. As moving up on the outside of that is Toys for You. And then All-Star Swan as the field moves to the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 126 and 4. 29 and 3 third quarter, and it is Talent Scout in front. Grand Revival angles out now and is trying to move up after this leader. Sly Little Fox down the outside. Late Night Hawk. Grand Revival coming on now to take the lead. Talent Scout is second, then Sly Little Fox and Late Night Hawk. It's Grand Revival who's going to win it, and that is number 4 for Marvin Luna tonight. Second, Talent Scout.
And like you just heard, Marvin Luna gets 4. And then the last thing we'll look at is
second quarter,
race 8 here. Give me 1 second. Race 8 here was the Fillies and Mares Open Pace. 22,000 up for grabs. Let's just see how it finishes off here.
29 seconds. Marlowe Hanover with the advantage, moving on to the second turn. Rose Run Vision second. 2 lengths back to Electra third, then Hungry for Love. Next is Elegant, and Scorecard Dandy is the trailer, midway around the second turn. Marlowe Hanover with the advantage again. Here comes Electra, now up on the outside. Hungry for Love, Rose Run Vision down on the inside. 3/4 time, 124 and 2. They're in the stretch. Marlowe Hanover has plenty of pressure. Electra on the outside. Hungry for Love also on the outside. Rose Run Vision trying to move through on the inside. And Elegant down on the cones. They're inside the final eighth of a mile. And Marlowe Hanover is trying to tough it out. Rose Run Vision, Hungry for Love, accelerating here nearest the grandstand. Marlowe Hanover holding on tenaciously. Rose Run Vision, and they hit the line together. I believe Marlowe Hanover got back up in time to beat.
Yeah, and he was right. Marlowe Hanover did get back in time to win in 151 and 2. Michael Using was in the bike there for Virgil Morgan Jr. Marlowe Hanover, 7-year-old mare by Captain Trentress, getting the win there. We'll move on to Cal Expo. Had racing Friday and Sunday. A lot of big races here again to go over. A lot of opens, a lot of free-for-alls, a lot of stake races there. California Sired Stakes are in full swing there. We'll pick it up Friday night. Open pace was race 7. Let's see here. What's going on here? Race 7, 8,000 up for grabs. Let's watch this.
And 2, 29 and 1 for the second quarter. The leader is Unfiltered, and the advantage is a little more than a length. Reagan Blue Chip comes at him on the outside in second. Bombay Hanover locked in the box in third. Major Omen second over, well placed fourth. Heaven's Gonna Rock, no place to go in fifth. Kamara gaps off cover in sixth. Editorial buried in seventh with non-moving cover. Trey Roquette Unfiltered on the inside. On the outside, Reagan Blue Chip looking for room. Bombay Hanover, 3/4, 124 and 3, 28 and 1 for the third quarter. Up on the outside, Reagan Blue Chip moves up and takes the lead. In between horses trying to gain and finding a seam is Bombay Hanover, and as he starts to come on, less than a mid-stretch, the leader on the outside is Reagan Blue Chip. Here comes a Major Omen, and a Major Omen is fastest of all.
Yeah, Major Omen gets the 5-1 upset there, wins by a neck in 152 flat. Gerald Longo trains and drives this pacer. Reagan Blue Chip at 17-1 finished second, and the favorite Bombay Hanover finished third. So big, some decent payouts there. Let me see here. The $1 exactor was $88.40. Not too bad if you had that. One race later was the Don and Kenny Fowler Memorial Pace. 12,500 up for grabs in this one. It was a close finish, so I won't ruin it for you. Let's see how it ends.
Then JP Jetty, halftime 56 and 3, 29 seconds for the second quarter. The leader has chased the goal by a length and a half. G. Willikers in the pocket in second. All My Exes Live in Texas moves up on the outside third. Handsome Harvey cleverly advances on the inside in fourth. JP Jetty parked in fifth. Polar Storm parked with cover six, trailing on the inside. Ragged but right. They have to chase the goal right now. Kennedy sitting like a statue on the inside. G. Willikers on the outside. X's, All My Exes. 3/4, 125 and 1, 28 and 3 for the third quarter. The leader is Chase the Gold. The advantage is a length and a half. All My Exes Live in Texas is creeping up on the outside. G. Willikers along the inside. Far outside is Handsome Harvey. Here comes All My Exes Live in Texas. Outside, Handsome Harvey. Very tight. Was it All My Exes Live?
It was very tight, and it was Handsome Harvey, the favorite, and Luke Plano getting the job done in 153 and 1. All My Exes Live in Texas. If All My Exes lived in Texas, I know where I wouldn't be going. Finished there second, and Chase the Gold was third. They were all the co-favorites, finishing 1, 2, 3 there. So tight finish in Cal Expo. On to Sunday, we have some California Stake action for 3-year-old filly Pacers. Here's the whole race. We'll pick this up. Was race 3. Let's see how it goes.
Here they come. And they're off. On the outside, that's another tough woman going for the lead. Down along the inside, it's TJB Secretariat who's going to yield. Into the turn they go, and another tough woman has the early lead. TJB Secretariat comes away in second. The early pace is not fast. Little Miss Boss comes away in third, followed in fourth by Positive Mon Magic. Looking to settle in fifth is Carpathian Jewel, and the early trailer, Suddenly Famous. They race by the opening quarter in a time of 28-3. Out of the turn and up the backstretch they go, and another tough woman's going to cut it out and leads it by a length and a half. The big favorite, TJB Secretariat's in the pocket second. Little Miss Boss is third. Positive Mon Magic is fourth. Carpathian Jewel is fifth, and Suddenly Famous remains the trailer. 9/16 of a mile to go, and James Kennedy is giving another tough woman a nice, easy second quarter here. They lead it by a length and a half. TJB Secretariat in the pocket second. Secretariat half was through in 58-2, 29-4 for the second quarter. Another tough woman leads it a length and a half. TJB Secretariat is second. Little Boss Man is third, and these three start to get a little separation as Positive Mon Magic gaps in fourth. Out slightly from fifth is Carpathian Jewel, and the trailer, Suddenly Famous. The leader, another tough woman, no challenges for her. A perfect trip for TJB Secretariat. Right there in third, Little Miss Boss. 3 quarters, 127-1, 28-4 for the third quarter, and they turn for home. The leader is another tough woman, and the advantage is a length and a half, now by 2. On the outside, TJB Secretariat's trying to close ground. Up the inside is Little Miss Boss. It's another tough woman on the inside of horses, Little Miss Boss, and Little Miss Boss is flying. Here comes Little Miss Boss. Tight. Little Miss Boss or another tough woman. That can go either way. TJB Secretariat was third. Time to be reported.
Yeah, it was 155-4, and it was Little Miss Boss with Luke Plano again in the bike at 3-1, beating out another tough woman at 3-1. TJB Secretariat, the favorite, finished third here in the California Sire Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. 20,000 was up for grabs in that. A couple races later was race 7. It was the boys' turn. 20,000 up for grabs for the 3-year-old Colton Geldings in the California Sire Stakes. Let's watch this full clip as well.
And they're off. On the inside, that's Celebrity Status going for the lead. On the outside, Say So's Wind Up left. Down along the inside, Fiery Conclusion. Into the turn they race, and the early lead belongs to Celebrity Status. On the outside in second, Say So's Wind Up. Closing off that pocket was Fiery Conclusion, who is third, and this forces Pacheco to move forward as they head to the first quarter. And from the outside, Say So's Wind Up takes the lead. Opening quarter timed in 30 seconds flat. Say So's Wind Up has the lead, but on the reclaim, here comes Celebrity Status. And Celebrity Status will move up and take the lead. Under a big hold to yield is Say So's Wind Up, who is second. Out of third, here comes Fiery Conclusion. And Fiery Conclusion with an early move is moving up to challenge the lead of Celebrity Status. On the outside, the leader is Fiery Conclusion. On the inside, stubborn is Celebrity Status. Will he turn him loose? Yes. Coming away in third as they go past the half, Say So's Wind Up. Then it's All-Star Wonder in fourth. Up on the outside in fifth under some encouragement is Alien Art Form. Then on the inside, Carpathian Night. Following cover on the outside goes Plano with Down Goes Frazier. Get Off the Hose T has moved to the outside. Bro Hugs trailing. They went by the half in a minute flat, 30 seconds for the second quarter. The leader by a long neck is Fiery Conclusion. On the outside, All-Star Wonder is second. Tipping 3 wide, Alien Art Form, Hunting for Room, Celebrity Status. 3 quarters, 130 and 4, 30 and 4 for the third quarter. And from the outside, All-Star Wonder has taken over the lead. Trying to fight back on the inside is Fiery Conclusion, and he is. That's Fiery Conclusion on the inside. Outside, All-Star Wonder gaining ground out in the middle of the track. Here comes Celebrity Status. It's going to be a driving finish. Who's it going to be? Fiery Conclusion. Then Celebrity Status. Third went to All-Star Wonder. Fourth went to...
Yeah, 152 or 158 and 2 for Fiery Conclusion there. This is a 3-year-old by Wind Me Up. Gerald Longo trains and drives this pacer. Also on Sunday, a couple opens. We have the Phillies and Mares open pace. It was race 6. Blinded by Delight wins in 152 and 2 with Jacob Cutting and the bike for Gordon Graham. Gets his share of the $7,500 purse. This is a 5-year-old mare by Better's Delight. Let's pick this up after the half.
Was doing 56 and 2, 28 and 2 for the second quarter. A little quicker for the leader, Blinded by Delight, who leads at a length and a quarter. The earplugs get kicked out early on Ain't She Special, who's trying to tip out of the pocket. Saving ground third is Graceful Horizon. First up, Give Me This Dance is fourth. Crazy Cute locked in fifth. To the outside, Divine Art. The leader by a length and a half is Blinded by Delight. Ready to pounce if good enough is Ain't She Special inside. Graceful Horizon, 3 quarters, 125 and 2, 29 seconds for the third quarter. Blinded by Delight is in full gear and leads it by 2. Racing in second is Ain't She Special along the inside. Graceful Horizon through it all. The leader is Blinded by Delight, and she is big time strong down the stretch. Wins it by a strong 2. Ain't She Special was second. Graceful Horizon was third.
Again, that was in 152 and 2. And a couple races later was the Open Trot race 10.
Along the
Oh, sorry. It seems a little quick today. Open Trot. Jackrabbit Slims wins this one in 155 and 3 for Luke Plano. This would actually be his 4th of 5 driving wins on the day. He'd also win race 11. The next one, that would be his 5 of 5. But Jackrabbit Slims wins this one in 155 and 3. Let's see how he does it.
Inside, Peter's Royalty is third. Daytona Dreamin' saves ground in fourth. Grinding on the rim is Pride Crest. Behind him, Lewis. Shuffle TSS Hot House. Third over as they now fourth over as Help Page just pulled the pocket is Mandeville. Let's pay attention to the top. The leader, Jack Rabbit Slims, 3 quarters on the board, 127 and 2, 29 and 4 for the third quarter. And Jack Rabbit Slims accelerates and leads it by 2. Help Page on the outside is second. Along the inside, it's Peter's Royalty. Way on the outside, Lewis and Mandeville. At mid-stretch, the leader is Jack Rabbit Slims. Lewis on the outside. A late move by Pride Crest. Jack Rabbit Slims to win it by 3. Pride Crest up for second. Tight for show between Lewis or Help Page, 155 and 3.
Yeah, that's everything from Cal Expo. So let's move back north of the border, Western Fair, London, Ontario. Friday and Monday racing. On Friday, one driver gets a hat trick, and that's Travis Henry. He wins his first race in race 3 with Eyes on the Prize in 2 minutes and 4/5. He'd also win race 4 with All-Star Goldie in 2:01 flat. And this is race 6. He would win wire to wire with Little T in 2:01 and 1. This is a 6-year-old mare by All-American Native, getting him the hat trick there. And he would actually get a hat trick on Monday last night as well. Oh, no, sorry, just 2. He would only pick up 2 last night. He was the only driver to get 2. He would win race 3 here with Bad Eye Bill in 155 and 2. That's the clip up right now. Yeah, and then he would win his second race. Race 5 with Just Ask for Joe in 159 and 2. He'd actually get second in that one, but be placed first. So he was the only driver to technically get 2 wins last night at Western Fair. Now go slightly just down south of the border again to Yonkers Raceway, New York. Got some stake races going on there. $40,000 in the 4th leg of the Blue Chip Matchmaker. There was 2 divisions, 2 splits on Friday night, races 4 and 9. Let's pick up the first one here, race 4, field of 7.
They're off and pacing in leg 4, the Blue Chip Matchmaker. From the center, Coachella Bound leaves first. True Blue Hanover cuts the corner down inside with Michaela right alongside in early third. Doug's Babe is floated away next in fourth, in advance of In Case You Didn't Know. The back 2 markers are Sal El Sol and Treacherous Penny as they spin to the backstretch now the first time. Chasing Coachella Bound with the lead. True Blue Hanover's pocketed up second. Now here out of third, Michaela and George Brennan marching to the top. So it will be Michaela who's going to find the top as they pass by the opening quarter in 27-3. Coachella Bound will be pocketed up next in second. True Blue Hanover's in line third, while 3 clear of Doug's Babe back in fourth. Fifth is In Case You Didn't Know, back to Sal El Sol and Treacherous Penny. Coming to the top of the stretch here the first time, it is Michaela. She looks for her second win in the series. She leads the way. Over Coachella Bound, who's pocketed up in second. True Blue Hanover's in line third from Doug's Babe, who also hunts her second win of the series, past the half mile in 56-3. In Case You Didn't Know, was a winner in leg 1, hasn't had success since, second and third, and currently sits fifth in this race. Second to last is Sal El Sol, and Treacherous Penny as the back marker as they pass 5/8 now and head to 3/4. So it is Michaela flaunting her class here on the front end, leading the way. Coachella Bound is right there in second. True Blue Hanover continues along third, while 2 clear of Doug's Babe. They head by 3/4 here, 1:24-2. Far turn final time. Michaela looks to seal the deal. It is Michaela who fronts the field by 2. Coachella Bound tracks along in second. 3 clear of True Blue Hanover. Doug's Babe off of the cone needs to do better as they come to the top of the stretch. Michaela still in front, but Coachella Bound off of the perfect pocket trip pops the pocket and comes after this leader. It's Michaela in front to the outside. Coachella Bound is trying to get there late. Michaela's still holding on, though, from Coachella Bound, who's diving one last time late, but Michaela is a winner. Coachella Bound was second, then it was Doug's Babe, and In Case You Didn't Know, 153 flat.
Yeah, big 153 flat there for Michaela, which now puts her second in overall points with 1 round left to go. She's just following another horse we'll talk about in a second, I'm sure. And then Coachella Bound is 6th in points, getting the second place finish there. The next race was race 9 in the Blue Chip Matchmaker. This was a tight finish, but let's watch all of it. I won't spoil it for you if you don't know who won, so let's watch it here.
They're off in leg 4, the Blue Chip Matchmaker. Racine Bell and Man Don't Forget Me, they both leave. Lita Rose is floated away down from the rail, away third. Delightful Catherine up on the outside wide into the first bend, looking for a seat. Next to the inside, Creme Delight is away fifth. Third last of the cones, Easy to Please, and the back 2 are Karma Sealster and AVF Claire. To the opening quarter they go, and up top with the lead, it is the classy Racine Bell. Hasn't been so fortunate in this series so far, has a 3rd and a 6th, but she's looking to change that tonight as she's on the point past the 27-3 opening quarter. Man Don't Forget Me pocketed up second, another one that hasn't had the most success in the series so far. Lita Rose in third. She's one who's had plenty of success. A couple of wins and a third so far in the series. That's why she's the 4-5 favorite. Delightful Catherine is in line of fourth. She comes off of a win last time out in the third leg of this series. Next to the inside comes a Creme Delight, also second last time out. Shooting the gap next is Easy to Please. Second to last, Karma Sealster and AVF Claire trails. 57-1, the half-mile speed, and up top here with the lead, it is Racine Bell, who flaunts her class into the payoff half. Tracking right along there now from second is Man Don't Forget Me. Up on the outside, first up will be Lita Rose tonight. Next to the inside, fourth comes Easy to Please. Second over, gap and cover is Delightful Catherine. Followed next to the inside, Karma Sealster. At the back of the pack are AVF Claire and Creme Delight. They pass by 3/4, 125-2. Far turn, final time. Racine Bell is the one to track down. Lita Rose on the outside continues to inch in. Man Don't Forget Me is locked in the box from third. Easy to Please is second over fourth as they come to the top of the stretch. Racine Bell cuts the corner with the lead, but to the outside, Lita Rose is coming menacingly. So is Easy to Please down the center of the racetrack. Coming through the stretch, it's still Racine Bell. To the outside, Lita Rose trying to press pass. Easy to Please coming late too. Down to the line, Lita Rose, and Racine Bell. It was tight. Racine Bell was desperate for the line. Lita Rose took a last lunge. It's a tight photo for win in 154-3.
Yeah, it was really tight. It was Racine Bell winning there with Jason Barlett in the bike, and that would actually be his second of 3 wins on the night. And like I said, but Lithia Rose did get second, and she leads the way in points right now, beating Michaela out. And then we had Racing Bell was sitting there, and now she sits in 10th. A little bit of work to do. She's down 1 point though, 8th place. So I think it's top 8 that makes it likely. So yeah, a little bit of work left to do there for Racing Bell. But also on Friday, before we move on to Monday, Brett Holland gets a hat trick. He wins races 1, 2, and 5. Race 1 was with Grinder in 157-2. Race 2, MC Angel, 154-1. And race 5 with 7 Shades of Gray and 157 flat. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Chapter 7. On to Monday at Yonkers. You know what we're going to talk about. The Borgata Series, 3 splits last night. Let's watch here. The first one was race 3, 50,000 up for grabs in each. Here it is.
This field's in motion. They're off. Before the start, Torrid Saint broke well behind the gate, and Duncan went off stride just as the gate closed. Outside, there goes the favorite, Desperate Man and Kakali. Desperate Man clears. Back in second along the inside is Ideal Some Magic. Then Covered Bridge, 2.5 in front of Some Moment Somewhere. Gap of about 8 lengths back to Duncan, and it's a long way back to Torrid Saint, who's 25 lengths behind Duncan. Up front, Desperate Man and Kakali have a length lead through a quick opening quarter of 27 flat. Ideal Some Magic at a big price sits the pocket in second. Then Covered Bridges third, followed by Some Moment Somewhere. 6 lengths back to Duncan, a long way back to Torrid Saint. The field comes past the stands for the first time, and Desperate Man has been flawless this season, and he maintains a 1.5 length lead on Ideal Some Magic. They come to the half with Desperate Man a length in front of Ideal Some Magic, 55-1, a 28-1 second quarter there for Desperate Man. Ideal Some Magic, here comes Some Moment Somewhere out of 4th. He's first up. Covered Bridge stayed in. Now he's 4th. Gap of a half dozen to Duncan, and a long way back to Torrid Saint. Up the backstretch, heading to 3/4. Desperate Man starts to run it up. He's put 3 lengths between him and Ideal Some Magic through 3/4 and 123. Some Moment Somewhere trying to grind after him. Covered Bridge comes off the cones. Cover's not that live right now. They're off the turn, and they're into the stretch, and Desperate Man has things under control. It's all Desperate Man. Ideal Some Magic at a big price trying to hold second. Here comes Covered Bridge down the center between Some Moment Somewhere. They're coming to the line. Desperate Man, perfect 4 for 4 to start the year. He won it by 4. Then it was Covered Bridge, a photo for third. Final time for the mile, an easy 151 flat.
Yeah, easy 151 flat there for Desperate Man and Matt Kakali, trainer Travis Alexander. If you looked at my picks last night in Harness News Updates, Picks and Analysis, I did take Duncan to win over Desperate Man. Fortunately, that break early did not help my case, but Desperate Man keeps it going. Duncan was still able to finish 5th and get some points here, so Desperate Man does lead the way in points, while Duncan is 3rd. Covered Bridge is sitting in 5th in points. Who else is there? Ideal Some Magic. Is he up near the top? No, it doesn't look like he's near the top either. So those 3 horses are definitely near the top as we head into the 5th and final leg next week, going into that one. Race 4, the next race was the next split. Let's see this one.
Field's in motion. They're off. Kakali at it again, hustling. Please let me know from the pylons. They're stacked 4 across the track. Leonidas, who was outside, then front at the beach. Jingra, and this is the plan, decide to drop into 4th. They have a 2.5, now 3-length lead over Hemsworth. 2.5 more to Strength from Above, who trails. A scramble on for the lead. Please let me know. Dealing with front of the beach, who's parked and pressing. Leonidas not letting Front of the Beach in. Back and forth, 4 lengths from the top as this is the plan. 2, 3 more back to Hemsworth, 3 more to Strength from Above. A wicked opening quarter and 26 flat. They're really going at it here. Some early night hardball between Please Let Me Know and Front of the Beach. In the offing, Leonidas licks his proverbial chops in third. Then this is the plan's fourth, about 5 from the top. Fifth is Hemsworth, and at the back is Strength from Above. Please Let Me Know. And Front of the Beach still going at it. 54-1, a 28-1 second quarter there. I won't say it's a breather because they're flying up front. Please Let Me Know. Then Front of the Beach, 3 wide. Here comes This Is the Plan in Gingras. Leonidas stays at the cones. Fifth is Hemsworth. Up the cones comes Strength from Above. They head to 3/4. Please Let Me Know is put away. Front of the Beach dealing with a fresh challenge from This Is the Plan. Leonidas waits patiently in the pocket. 3 deep around a struggling Front of the Beach was Hemsworth through 3/4 and 123. They're on the final turn. Please Let Me Know is going to try to keep this impossible mile going. This Is the Plan keeps grinding away. Leonidas, Hemsworth ready to swoop in from 4th, then Strength from Above, off the turn. Please Let Me Know's on his hands and knees, and he just drew away from This Is the Plan. Please Let Me Know powers off to a 2-length win. Leonidas for the place. Please Let Me Know, yes. Then it was Leonidas, and This Is the Plan. Final time for the mile was 1:52.
Sorry, that cut off there. The final mile was 1:52 flat. Macacali gets another win here with Please Let Me Know. Another Travis Alexander train. This time a 5-year-old gelding by American Ideal. Out of this field, he seems to be the one that's higher up in the standings here. He's sitting 10th, though, Please Let Me Know. After not racing in the 3rd leg, he's sitting 10th. So needs a little bit of work left to do going forward in this one. And the 3rd and final split was race 10. More points up for grabs here. Let's see how this one goes and how this one shakes out.
This field is in motion. They're off. Hullabaloo from the center between nets. Backstreet Shadow and at the cones, Rock and Roll Runa. These 3 stack up across the track. Dropping into 4th is Coach's Corner. 5th is Venturesome Arden. And Forever Boy trails the field early up the backstretch the first time, led by Hullabaloo. Gingras put Hullabaloo on the front end. He's a length and a half in front of Rock and Roll Runa. Now Stahlbaum quarter moves with that one. Rock and Roll Runa not content with the pocket. They make the top through an opening quarter of 27 seconds. Hullabaloo's back in second. Gap of a length and a half to Backstreet Shadow, who's third. 2.5 more to Coach's Corner, and 4th with Bartlett. Then Venturesome Arden and Forever Boy trails the field. He's just about 9 lengths from the lead. Tightly packed as they head past the stands the first time, led by Rock and Roll Runa. Mark McDonald has Rock and Roll Runa on the front end. Hullabaloo second. Gap of 2 to Backstreet Shadow, who's third. Then Coach's Corner, 56 for the half. A 29-second breather there for Rock and Roll Runa. Outer tier begins to develop. As Hullabaloo stays in, Backstreet Shadow comes first up. He's followed by Coach's Corner. 5th is Venturesome Arden. The trailer still Forever Boy. The leader still Rock and Roll Runa. Backstreet Shadow really coming at him with a rally here. Backstreet Shadow just put his head in half length in front of Rock and Roll Runa through 3/4 and 123 and 4. Backstreet Shadow trying to put Rock and Roll Runa away right now. Here comes Coach's Corner. Looking for racing room is Bello Hullabaloo. Far outside, Venturesome Arden. Off the turn, Backstreet Shadow. Kakali's looking for 5. Down the center, Venturesome Arden. Between horses, crying out for looms, Hullabaloo. Backstreet Shadow, Hullabaloo. Backstreet Shadow! He held off a 3-ply challenge right behind him.
Yeah, that was Backstreet Shadow in 151 and 3. Macacali, like you heard, gets 5. He'd actually get 6. He'd win race 11 as well. Get 6 on the day. Crazy day there for Macacali. But Backstreet Shadow getting it done there. He's now tied with Please Let Me Know for 10th place with 1 leg left to go. We'll talk about all that on Friday's show. I'll have we'll talk about all at the top 10 maybe even top 12. We'll see how many horses I can fit into a graphic. We'll talk about all the horses in both the Blue Chip and the Borgata series on Friday's show. Make sure to keep checking out the Harness News Update Picks and Analysis segment. I had Yonkers yesterday. I'm expanding it. I usually do Western Canada, some Canadian stuff. Let's do some American. So we'll do some Yonkers on Monday. Today I have Oak Grove Tuesdays. Wednesday, I think I'm going to go back to the Canada Western Fair. And then on the weekend, go back to Thursday at Fraser, Century Downs on Friday, Mohawk on Saturday, and probably Rideau on Sunday. That's kind of my plan right now. So keep checked in to that. And we'll be back on Friday's show to talk more about the Yonkers, everything going on at Yonkers. But before we move on, there was also the Invitational Pace, 35,000 up for grabs last night. Field of 7. Let's pick this up after the half.
From the back, Boiling Ore starts to stir. Take a gamble. Zeron ready to move him off the cones in third. He's going to give Boiling Ore some reluctant cover. Gapping along the cones is always a Mickey. Then Burnham Boy, and third over is American Dealer. That's the 7 as they head to the 3/4 pole, led by Adam 12. Adam 12, the lead's down to a length. Take a gamble, creeps closer through 3/4 in 123 and 2. Fortifies at the cones. Boiling Ore ready to tip 3 deep. Then always a Mickey, American Dealer, and Burnham Boy off the turn and into the stretch. Adam 12, Gingras pleading for another 150 yards from him. Down the center, trying to reel him in is Take a Gamble. All the way on the far outside, Boiling Ore, Kakali looking for 5. Adam 12 almost home. Here's Take a Gamble. Here's Boiling Ore. Adam 12, Take a Gamble. Take a Gamble got.
Yeah, Take a Gamble gets the job done in 152 and 2. Scott Zeron was in the bike there with this 6-year-old gelding by Better's Delight. And then the only thing we'll talk about at Yonkers before moving on, Joe Borgiano gets 4. He gets his first win in race 5. So Kakali gets 6. Borgiano gets 4. He wins races 5, 7, 8, and 12. Race 5 with Real Willie in 153 and 2. You'd also get race 7 with Rockin' Jukebox in 152 and 3. Race 8, which we just saw here at 7-1, Dance on the Beach wins by nose in 154 and 3, and would also win race 12 with Gearford Road in 154 and 3. On to back north of the border, Woodbine Mohawk Park had racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, the only thing we'll really look at here is the Fillies and Mare Preferred Pace. Here it is. Fillies and Mare Preferred Pace, race 3. Let's see here. You know what? Tell's on a roll. We'll just say it now. Tell's on a roll, gets another win, comes back into the Fillies and Mare here, wins in 151 and 3. Travis Collin in the bike for trainer Jody Collin. But let's pick this up after the half and see how she does.
56 and 1 speed for Tells in a roll, and that gives her the tactical advantage going into the final turn. Here's pressure now from So Much More into second. In at the rail, Style for Mile is third. Gapping on the cover, Western Wish. Ms. Quicksand will have to find more back into fifth. Wildcat Star is underway sixth. They speed up the tempo to 3/4. Chasing Tells in a roll. She's on top by 2. So Much More is second. Third is Style for Mile. 3/4 drilled in 123 and 2, and that was a 27 and 1 tour of 3/4 land. Tells in a roll coming into the stretch here for Cullen, widening out the advantage to 4. So Much More is second, but all out. In at the rail, Style for a Mile is third. They're in deep stretch. Tells in a roll. So Much More. Style for a Mile at the inside. Here's Tells in a roll. Tells on a roll to score by a length and a half on So Much More than Style for a Mile and Western Wish in 1.
And then we'll move on to Saturday. There was the Preferred Pace again. Tarasi, who else, wins in 149 and 4 with Doug McNair in the bike. McNair would actually win. This would be his first of 3. Here it is.
Second split, 28 and 1. They move into the far turn. Tarasi on top of length. Back into second, Which Way to the Beach. Then Poseidon Sealster, Jabberwocky at the rail from in fourth. 15 side to Salzburg Victor. American History outside. And the trailer Seriously Hanover, just not himself tonight. 3/4 bound in the rafter, Tarasi. Second is Which Way to the Beach. American History on the outside up into third now. Poseidon Sealster rail riding fourth, 3/4 in 123 and 1 at 28 second third. Tarasi just toying with them again. He's on top by 3. Back in second is Which Way to the Beach. Poseidon Sealster, American History. In deep stretch, it is all Taurasi. And Taurasi is going to score again. An impressive effort here again for Taurasi, won by 3 in 149-4.
Yeah, and then on to Monday. Last night at Woodbine Mohawk Park, there was the Preferred Trot Race 9. Let's pick this one up after the half as well and see how it goes.
Patriarch Hanover, and trailing is Locatelli. Halftime 57-1, and they race into the far turn. Nobody's moved a muscle from the backfield to get a second quarter in 30 seconds here to Borth. Amigo Volo leads the way. Back into second, Southwind Coors. Handsome Sebastian sits in from third. Southwind Encore fourth. Pikachu Hanover. Then it looks like money. Patriarch Hanover and trailer Locatelli. Not a horse has moved, and they're almost at three quarters. Amigo Volo still on top. Southwind Coors, beautiful trip into second. He'll take a shot at the leader off three quarters in 126. Then third is Handsome Sebastian, and Southwind Encore fourth. Into the stretch. Amigo Volo still there, a length and a half in front. Southwind Coors goes on the attack on the outside now. They're sprinting over the final eighth of the mile. Still there, Amigo Volo. Southwind Coors to his saddle pad no further. Really trotting late. Amigo Volo wins. Amigo Volo in 152-4. How about a 26-4 final quarter smoke show? Amigo Volo stole one there. They gift wrapped it for Amigo Volo.
Yeah, Amigo Volo with the big win there. Getting it done with Tyler Borth in the bike, and that would actually be his second win of the day. There's a couple other drivers that would get 2 wins. Jonathan Jury here would win races 7 and 8. Here's race 8 with Highland Beach's Best in 150-4, 27-1 upset. Bombs away there. Big win. He would also win one race before with the favorite Shadrach Hanover in 154 flat. We also had Bob McClure get 2 wins. He'd win races 2 and 5. Race 2 with Buckhead Ridge. Wins by a neck in 153-4. This is it. Here it is. 153-4 at 14-1. This is a 4-year-old gelding. He would also win. McClure would win race 5 with Frank's Angel in 152-1. And then the last driver we'll look at to get 2 wins yesterday at Mohawk would be James McDonald. Wins race 4 with Little Red Sports Car in 153 flat at 3-1. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Sports Rider. He'd also win race 10, the last race on the card, with Captain Jack Hanover in 151-2. Oh, let's go south of the border again for a little bit. Northfield Park had racing Saturday and Sunday. Let's pick it up Saturday. Fillies and Mares Open Pace, which would be race 11. 18,500 up for grabs. Let's pick it up after half and see who wins.
And Always Be City is now the trailer, 56-4. The time for the half mile for Rockin' Bambi, who posts strong fractions up top, and she leads the way. Think of Galaxies continues to be second, and Delightful Act is third. Racing outside of Delight Kate, who's boxed in. Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey flips 3 wide off of her cover. Lideo still at the inside, and Always Be City is 7th. Across the backstretch, Rockin' Bambi is getting away. The lead is 2.5 lengths on Think of Galaxies. Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey is up to third. Delight Kate is 4th. 3 quarters, 125-1. They move into the far turn, and Rockin' Bambi is the target. The lead is 2 lengths. Think of Galaxies, Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey. Then comes Delight Kate. Lideo has finally fed some racetrack, but she's caught 5 lengths behind. Rockin' Bambi at the top of the stretch. Rockin' Bambi shakes away to a 2.5 length lead. Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey, Think of Galaxies, and Lideo rallies late to be second behind Rockin' Bambi. Then Lideo and Smoothest
Rockin' Bambi wins there in 154-4. Elliot Deaton in the bike for Craig Stein. This pacer is a 5-year-old mare by Rockin' Image. On Saturday, a few drivers also picked up some. A couple drivers got a hat trick. Billy Davis Jr. was 1. He wins races 3, 6, and 10. Race 10 here with Golden Endeavor. Wins by a nose in 157-3. This is a 4-year-old mare by Enterprise. He also wins races 3 and 6. Hunter Myers gets 3 as well. Wins race 4, 7, and 8. Race 7's the one we're going to watch here. Indiana's My MVP wins at 18-1 for trainer Tom O'Donnell. This trotter is a 7-year-old gelding by My MVP. He'd actually get his third and final win the next race, race 8, with Giovanna by the Sea in 157 flats, which is a 3-year-old filly by Down by the Seaside. And the last driver, this one gets a grand slam. Ronnie Wren Jr. starts things off by winning race 5 with Cassie Hanover by a head in 156. He then would win 3 straight races, starting in race 13 with Sunburnt in race 13 in 154 and 3. Race 14, I'm Fancy Like in 156 and 3. And here's race 15, Brooklet's Desire in 155 and 2 for trainer Mike Burke. On to Sunday at Northfield. We'll kick things off with the Open Trot race 10, 18,500 up for grabs. Let's see who wins this.
From Double Account down at the inside as there goes Son of Sona. Sent off the rail, trying to move past Big Bad Caviar as John Dutton was able to get down to the pylons. Then it's Doc Spirit who's racing in 5th. Shamrock is racing in 6th. Jogging to the Bank improves 1 spot outside of Bet Me to win. And Don't Take My Keys would have to pass him all, and he's got less than 3/8 of a mile to do it. They approach 3/4, and the leader is John Dutton. He's pressured by Son of Sona. Doc Spirit from the back of the pack trying to muster up a rally. He's going to have to go 3 wide. Double Account down at the inside. Then it's Jogging to the Bank and Big Bad Caviar. They're double tiered off 3/4 in 125 and 4. And John Dutton has a challenger of Son of Sona and a 3 wide Doc Spirit. Jogging to the Bank from the back of the pack. He's going to be 4 wide for the stretch drive. Double Account down at the inside. John Dutton off the turn with the lead. He tries to shake away. Down the center, Doc Spirit. Double Account at the inside, but it's John Dutton in deep stretch. Double Account re-rallies, but he'll be second best to John Dutton. John Dutton over Double Account. Photo for the Miners.
Yeah, it was John Dutton in 155 and 3 with Ronnie Wren Jr. for trainer Mike Burke. John Dutton's a 4-year-old by What the Hill. And Ronnie Wren thought he had 4 on Saturday. Let's not at 6 more. This race, the Open, was actually his 5th of 6. He would also win race 12 with Birthday in 152 and 4 to make it 6. But also on Sunday at Northfield Park, Chris Lems gets 4. His 4th and final win comes in race 14 with Lake Charles. Wins by a nose in 153 and 3. And listen to this, 53-1. He beats out All Attitude here at 67 and 1. And Koopaloop, the favorite, finished 3rd. All tight there. What are the payouts there? $1 tri-actor paid $3,810. The $1 exactor paid $1,142. 20-cent superfecta, $3,725 and some change. The pick 4 that ended on that race paid $6,807. Crazy. 53-1, followed up by a 67-1. And then the favorite just slides into the try ticket there. Let's jump right back north of the border. Flamborough Downs had racing Saturday and Sunday as well. On Saturday, one driver gets a hat trick. That's Colin Kelly. He wins the first race of the day with Langley Sealster. He'd also win race 8 with Salzbrook Diva in 156 and 4. And here's race 9. They'll get the hat trick in 2 minutes and 2/5 with Barzy, 5-year-old gelding by Bar Hopping. On to Sunday, 3 drivers could pick up 2 wins most. The first one we'll look at Daryl Thiessen, wins races 4 and 10. Race 4 with HP Musical Alarm in 202 and 1. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Alarm Detector, and that's going to be our highlight here. He'd also win race 10, the second last race of the day, with Procrastinator in 155 and 2. Next driver we'll look at to get 2 was Travis Henry. He wins race 5 with Cool Cute Cookie in 156 flat. This is a 4-year-old mare by Lazarus. Here's the highlight for that. Closing quarter of 28 and 3 was good enough to hold on to the win with a 10-1 distributor. closing in close here. But Henry would also win the last race of the day, race 11, with High Rollin' in 158-4. And the last driver we'll look at to get 2 was Bradley Harris, wins races 6 and 7. Race 6 with Better Catch Girl in 156-2. That's a 5-year-old mare by Better Than Cheddar. But here's a 34-1 upset in race 7 with Handsome Hank in 158 flat. Beats out the favorite, Looks Like Magic, and the co-favorite, I'm Above Average, to win there at 34-1. Next track we'll move on to. I couldn't find highlights for this one. Shenandoah Downs had racing on Saturday and Sunday. So let me just talk about it here for a second. On Saturday, had 9 races. Only one driver could pick up 2 wins, and that was Corey Kreiser. He'd win in the first 2 races of the day. In the first race, his Anne Bonnie wins by a neck in 156. He trains her as well. That's a 9-year-old mare by Net 10 Eom. And then he would also get another training driver. He would pick up the early daily double if they have one here. And they do. Tobin Secret in 158 flat. He trains and drives this pacer as well. A 10-year-old mare by Proven Lover. If you had the daily double with him, you got $1 paid, $4.90. But on to Sunday, 2 drivers could pick up 2 wins there. There was 9 more races here as well. We'd have Eric Davis would win races 3 and 8. Wins race 3 with Lucky Streak at 20-1 in 154-1. This is a 4-year-old gelding by Luck Be With You. And then he would also win race 8 with Awesome Times 2 at 3-1. He trains that pacer, a 5-year-old gelding by Manhart. And the other driver to get 2 on Sunday was Tyler Shan. He wins races 6 and 9. Race 6 with Leroy Skipping School in 156-1. Wins by 9. It's charted as, and then he would win race 9 as well with Cotton Candy Cutie in 157-4. And then we'll move on here to Pocono Downs, racing on Saturday and Sunday. Bobby Wise series starts off here at Pocono Downs. We'll pick things up here. All these races, because there's so many, there's a lot of them. We're going to pick them all up at the 3-quarter mark and watch the last quarter of the race here. On Saturday, there was 3 divisions for the 3-year-old filly Pace in the Bobby Weiss series. Each one of them goes for $20,000. Here is the first one, race 2.
127-1, 29-1, third panel. Look at Shut Up and Drive, pulls up even now and takes that lead. Right in behind is Beautiful Roz, trying to pounce Paper Heart, got slowed by the tiring pull through, now moves out third. Top of the stretch, Shut Up and Drive on top, but Beautiful Roz bearing down on her. It's Beautiful Roz eye to eye, and now Beautiful Roz going by for Jack Pelling. Shut Up and Drive can no longer hold her back. There is Beautiful Roz, the favorite, getting it done here and going away by 2.5. Shut Up and Drive, a long shot second, followed there by the 28-2 third panel. Wish You Were Mine looking to seal the deal here. Baxter on the inside, on the outside, Petrol Queen. Petrol Queen is getting a bit closer now, and Schnapp second over now, 3 3/4 away. Top of the stretch, Wish You Were Mine. The lead just a length now. Baxter looking to make a move on the inside. On the outside, Petrol Queen still coming. Look at Baxter at the pylons. Outside, Petrol Queen from way back comes Schnapps. Baxter and Petrol Queen at the line. Petrol Queen, the first over score for Braxton Boyd.
And then let's move on to the third and final one. Start here, race 15. Let's just watch what happens.
Mickey moment. Pressure on the outside from Showboat Hanover. She's gaining while What's Up Hanover waits her chance in the pocket a little bit further back. Inside Big City Daisy, outside Powerful Melissa. Top of the stretch, just a Mickey moment now deals with What's Up Hanover, who comes up in the passing lane. Outside Showboat Hanover still finishing well. What's Up Hanover taking the short way though, and What's Up Hanover will get it done for Jason Bartlett in the finale by 3 parts of a length. Showboat Hanover second, just a
Yeah, and that was, sorry, I lost it here. What's Up Hanover in 154 and 2. There was also 6 splits for the Colt side of the Bobby Weiss series. Let's pick up the first one, race 4 here at the 3/4 mark.
third panel, and Howell in the Hills now opening up the lead wide as no answer from Pirate's Shadow. He is losing ground. He's also stymieing Rochester Flash, while on the outside, Who Said I Can't is not coming on. Top of the stretch, Howell in the Hills lonely on the lead now for Matt Kakali. It's out to close to 7. Some serious late kick from Money Exchange. Circle the rest of them and get to second, but won't get anywhere near. Howell in the Hills wins by 9 for his maiden victory here in the Weiss.
Yeah, and that's Howlin' the Hills in 153 and 3. Matt Kakali gets another win there for Travis Alexander. We talked about them a lot at Yonkers already. A couple races later, race 6 was the second split. Lil Bliss wins in 154 and 1, and guess what? Matt Kakali's in the bike, but this time for Oko Swanstead. Let's watch how this one ends.
2, 28 and 2, third panel. Lil Bliss still there. Manilow not giving in. He's trying to come up again on the inside. On the outside, third there is Hello Gorgeous from way back. Easy Lou swings out wide. Top of the stretch, it's Lil Bliss leading it now by 2.5. Kakali keeping after him. Manilow is second, still striving there, but Lil Bliss had all the answers. Lil Bliss, first start of the year, comes out sharp to win by 4 lengths. Manilow second, Hurricane Justin.
And then a couple races later was race 10. The next one, you know what? Let's just watch this one to see how it ends.
Check on the backstretch for Bonaparte, still there by 3 lengths. It's supplemental feet inside. Sweet Beach Life still striving the outside, but not really gaining. Well back to Morning Captain in 4th. Top of the stretch, Bonaparte trying to finish this one off, leads by 2.5. Supplemental fee now into a clear second place spot, trying to move up further back, Sweet Beach Life, but Bonaparte will finish strong. It's Bonaparte. George Napolitano Jr. ends up winning by 3 parts of a length. Second was supplemental fee.
Yeah, it was Bonaparte there in that one. And then there was actually 4 straight in the series here. Race 11, Ante Up Hanover wins here in 153 and 4. Let's see how it ends.
28 and 2, third panel. It's still Annie Up Hanover. I'm a Captain lurking now on the outside. There's a first over, but I can't find my way home. Inside Swifty Lazar, and I'm a Captain pulls the pocket. Top of the stretch, Annie Up Hanover going to have to dig a little deeper. I'm a Captain coming up on the outside. Annie Up Hanover still there. I'm a Captain having hard time gaining on him here. Annie Up Hanover and Todd Shadle not going to be denied here. Annie Up Hanover strong up front. That was Lunar Eclipse erupting late, comes up in the photo for the place.
Yeah, and then the next one, Captain Caveman wins in 153. Let's see this.
Off the charge of Southwind Celsius, but now Tin Cup Chalice dealing with the pocket horse, Captain Caveman. Cruising America has been saving all the way in 3rd. Dreambird also trying to sneak through inside 4th. Top of the stretch, Tin Cup Chalice on top, out of the pocket, Captain Caveman coming on for Tyler Buter. Captain Caveman going on past. Captain Caveman is second straight, wins it by a length and a quarter. Tin Cup Chalice denied.
And let's watch the last and final one here on, these are the Pacers anyway, last and final one for the Pacers side. Race 13. You know what? I'll tease a big upset here. Let's watch.
With Spring Blake in the pocket on the outside, ain't no stopping time, has to do a little better. And on the inside, Twigs Pub desperate for room as well. Top of the stretch, Reggie, the 4th, now dealing with Spring Blake, comes out full of pace. Inside comes Twigs Pub. It's Spring Blake who takes the late lead. Twigs Pub trying to get there, so's ain't no stopping time, but Spring Blake springs the upset for Mark McDonald. 3-way photo for the place.
Yeah, it was 36-1 upset there for Spring Blake. On to Monday, there was 4 splits for the 3-year-old Colt Trotters here. First one's race 4. Let's see how this one ends.
Green Pastures by a little less than half length as Alex Palima is hounding him. Blackhawk Zet with that second over move for Kakali's now 2 away. And up the inside, Touchpoint going to try to rally there 4th. Around the turn to the top of the stretch. Green Pastures still holding the lead. Alex Palima goes off stride. Blackhawk Zet out wide, barreling down the center of the track. But Green Pastures still there. Alex on the outside. Blackhawk Zet all out. Green Pastures needs the line. And at the line, Blackhawk Zet gets into a photo for the win. Let's call that a picture here because Blackhawk Zet was coming out.
Yeah, that was Blackhawk Zet. He did win on the outside there with Makakali. Just was able to chase down Green Pastures to win there in the first split. A couple races later was the next split here, second division of 4. Shermont would win in 157-1 with Tyler Booter in the bike. Let's watch how this one ends.
Third panel. It's now Andy Be Worthy by a length. Honor Guard drops back, couldn't get past, but Shermont takes closer notice in the pocket. Now Mighty Deo swings out 3 wide, trying to close for Huckabone. Top of the stretch, a trio of horses behind the leader, Andy Be Worthy, who's up by a length. Shermont taking aim now on the inside, is gaining. Outside Mighty Deo, it's Shermont coming up. Andy Be Worthy weakening. Outside Mighty Deo trying to get there, but Shermont took the pater here for Tyler Buter. Photo for the place between Andy Be Worthy and.
Let's move on here now to the third split.
For all too well because Victor Laszlo pushing back on him. Meanwhile, Usain Hanover choosing the inside for the moment, about 2 back, much further back to Modelo and Going Green. Top of the stretch, and it was Victor Laszlo who shut down all too well. But watch out now, Usain Hanover on the inside. He's gaining slightly. Victor Laszlo, Usain Hanover getting close. Victor Laszlo, gamely here for Mark McDonald by about a head. Late, it was Usain Hanover.
Yeah, Victor Laszlo wins in 155 flat there. And the last and final split, we'll look at 4 6s, wins with Tyler Buter in the bike here in 155. Let's see how they get the job done.
Third panel, and 4 6s solidifying his lead. Second still is Tight in Your Grip, not happening on the outside for Wellington Hanover, as now Custom Fit into third up the pylon's Wall Street edge. Top of the stretch, solid advantage now, close to 3 for 4 6s. McDonald trying with Tight in Your Grip, further back to Custom Fit, but 4 6s showing no let up at all. 4 6 is going to stay perfect on the year, and he wins here by 3 3/4 for Tyler Buter. Tight in Your Grip was second. I believe it's going to be Wall Street Edge third, and then a photo fourth between Custom Fit and Wellington Hanover. 4 6s dominates the.
Yeah, let's move on to Saratoga. Had racing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Up first on Saturday, the Open Pace Race 6. 15,000 up for grabs. Let's pick it up at the half.
On high, just rolling along. Well, length in front of Primo Uomo as they head around the clubhouse turn. My Pal Joe, the favorite's really going to have to pick it up. He's 5 lengths from the lead, not gaining much right now. To the inside, Century Endeavor is 4th. Now My Pal Joe going better in the straightaway as they're starting to attack Heaven on High. Here's My Pal Joe to get the crack at him, and now the favorite's got it cooking, followed up by Lanjo Lee, and suddenly getting the shuffle is Primo Uomo. Century Endeavor to the outside 5th, then Pickup Man Hanover 6th. Nothing from He's Poised to Pounce. And Ahi Sunshine, 3/4 are up in 125. And My Pal Joe trying to grind the leader into submission. Heaven on High trying to fight back. They're joined by Lanjo Lee, who's moving 3 wide. Century Endeavor to the far outside as they turn for home. And My Pal Joe looking to wear down Heaven on High. Here's Lanjo Lee on the grandstand side. Heaven on High rallying. Heaven on High, 33-1. Looked like My Pal Joe may have been second with Lanjo Lee third, but it was Heaven on High.
Yeah, Heaven on High in 154 at 33-1 with Larry Stahlbaum in the bike. He trains this pacer as well, a 7-year-old gelding by Rock and Roll Heaven. Also on Saturday, one guy, we're going to talk about this guy a fair bit here. Brett Beckwith gets 5 wins. Actually, you know what? I'll just spoiler. He gets 15 wins at Saratoga over 3 days of racing. But here's race 10, his 5th and final one on Saturday with Meticulous GB. He wins in 156-4, the heavy favorite. And there's actually a dead heat for second between William Hanover and Ashley Locas here. But yeah, Brett Beckwith gets that's his 5th win there on Saturday. On to Sunday. Let's watch the Open Trot Race 6. We'll pick that up after the half.
Hanover by a little more than a length on Summit City Sunny as they head into the 3rd turn. Snowpiercer follows along in 3rd. The long journey continues for Come On Over Hanover. He's first over now, 4.5 lengths from the lead. Cash Me Out is 5th. Off the rail for Pay Me Tonight, who's got a lot to do. Then Making No Bacon in Powers Court, about 7 lengths from leader to last, as Discus Hanover leads the charge to 3/4, with Summit City Sunny getting a nice trip in 2nd. On the outside, a tougher journey for Come On Over Hanover, who is 3rd. Snowpiercer, saving ground. Cash Me Out 5th, not today, for Pay Me Tonight, 3/4. And 127-2, a 29-2 trip up the backside for Discus Hanover. He's bracing for Summit City Sunny, and a third is revving up the motor now with Summit City Sunny to take on Discus Hanover, who's got something left as they come to the top of the stretch. Discus Hanover, Summit City Sunny's out for the drive. Snowpiercer flying up the rail at 11-1. Here comes Snowpiercer. Beckwith got him there in the passing lane. Snowpiercer wins the feature from Discus Hanover. Summit City Sunny was the
Yeah, and that, like you heard, that was Brett Beckwith getting the win there with Snowpiercer at 11-1. That was his 3rd of 5 on Sunday. Wow. Yeah, that's 10 of the 15 wins. So if I'm good at math, he'll get 5 more on Monday. And yeah, he first one, the one we'll look at was his first win last night. Was race 3, where he wins here at 15-1 with some party somewhere in 2 minutes even. See, he's winning with favorites and not in long shots. That's kind of crazy about it too. Yeah, Mark Beckwith trains this one 2 minutes even for the 15-1 some party somewhere. That's crazy. Go back north of the border. Rideau Carleton Raceway had a couple preferreds on Sunday. Up first, race 10 was the preferred trot we'll look at. Here it is.
$59 flat. He's stalked by Raising Rusty, looking good from the pocket. Then it's about 4 lengths back to Mask of Zorro on his outside. Here comes a move from the favorite. It's CrossFit, who's trying to get involved, but the front end looking quite good here. Meadow Branch Noble holding off Raising Rusty so far, but it looks like Pouliot's going to ask him soon. And third, it's still Mask of Zorro coming late. CrossFit from last, Ripped and Ready, or near last. And Wish You'd Tell Me lacks racing room. I'm a stand-up guy. Trails, they're coming after Meadow Branch Noble up the inside. Raising Rusty has some late trot. It's down to these two. Meadow Branch Noble a half length ahead of Raising Rusty. Tight for show between Wish You.
Yeah, and that was Meadow Branch Noble winning in 155-4. Guy Gagnon was in the bike there. And actually, you know what? A few races earlier, he would win the preferred pace with Lightspeed. Wins by a neck in 152-3. Let's see how this one ends.
Good length and a half advantage over Love My Rockin' Bird. Now here comes the favorite, PL Aussie, advancing first over. He's up into third. He's about to be matching strides with Love My Rockin' Bird. Fourth and dropping back, Le Massif. On the outside, the Lightspeed is winding up second over from fifth. 123-4. Dylan's Bank under pressure. And coming to him, PL Aussie hasn't cleared yet. The stretch looms ahead for Dylan's Bank after that 123-4 3/4 clocking. How much does he have left? Jimmy Gagnon calling on him for more. Dylan's Bank getting challenged by the Lightspeed, widest of all, and between horses, PL Aussie. It's the Lightspeed again in the top class. He gets there ahead of PL Aussie. Might have been shotgun.
Yeah, and then there's a couple other drivers to get 2 wins as well. Robert Shepard was 1. He'd win races 1 and 9. Race 1 here with on-time delivery in 156-1. And then race 9 with Uber Hanover in 156-1. And then Stéphane Poulin would also win 2. He would win race 2 with Century Jazz in 157 flat. He'd also win race 11, the last race, with Sonny Bow in 155 and 1. And the last driver we'll look at, Pascal Berube. He would win 2 as well. Just after this one here, he'd win race 5, kick things off with Light the Torch, 154 flat. And then he would win race 8 with Smiling Billy the Kid in 154 and 4. And this is the highlight here. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Better Than Cheddar. And then on to Miami Valley Raceway racing on Sunday and Monday. On Sunday, there was the 34,000 open pace. We'll pick this up at the half like we always do here. Let's see who wins.
Next, followed by Kentucky Lady and a Treacherous. The half was 56 seconds, 28 and 2. Second quarter, solid tempo set by Alexa Sky, who still has the lead by 2 1/4. Mastia Lottie working to close the gap. Anthem comes to the outside, picks up the chase from third. Off the rail is Cap. Then it is Kentucky Lady and 2 to the trailer. Treacherous to 3/4 they go. Alexa Sky, the 1 to catch. 3/4, 123 and 1. 27 and 1 backside. Anthem is there, second and inching in. Giving way, Mastia Lottie outside. Cat ready to come 3 wide. Kentucky Lady and 8 Treacherous still trails. They're off the turn on their way home. It's Alexa Sky with the lead. Anthem digging in, is trying to get to her. Alexa Sky, Anthem is coming on and coming at her as they drive for the wire. It's Alexa Sky, Anthem, Alexa Sky to win it from Anthem. Kentucky Lady, photo for 4th. Believe it was Cat there, 151 and 2.
Yeah, it was Alexa Sky. Trace Tetrick gets the win there. But end the day with 3. That was the first of 3 for him. On to Monday. We'll kick things off with the open trot, race 9. Let's pick this up at the half mile.
6 and 4, 29 and 2. Second panel to the inside. Rose Run Valor is 5th, but he is locked in. Outside gapping cover. Wildfire Sealster has asked for a little more trot. Then it is Caviar Gold, Smoking Jet to the inside, and the trailer Spitfire Overseas to 3/4 they go. Flemstein still the 1 to catch. Here comes Charlie B. Has had the perfect trip. Scorecard Dan. He's flattened out a little early there. He's 3rd. Looks stalled. He's still working, though. 124 and 2. 27 and 3 backside. Waiting at the rail. Bella Button coming 3 wide. Caviar Gold. Rose Run Valor to the inside has been shuffled. Top of the stretch on their way home. It's Flemstein with the lead. Here comes Charlie B. Will look to skirt the pylons to the inside as they drive for the wire. Caviar Gold and Spitfire Overseas are flying late. Flemstein to win it from Here Comes Charlie B. Spitfire Overseas, and it may have been Bella Button.
Yeah, that was Flemstein in 152 and 4 with Tyler Smith in the bike, and that would be his first of 2. He'd also win race 11. A couple other drivers to get 2 wins again. Trace Tetrick would add 2 more. Wins races 2 and 3. Race 2 here. Shake It Mary at 6 to 1 in 155 and 3, and then White Tiger in race 3 in 154 and 3. This one, Shake It Mary, is 8-year-old mare by Don't You Forget It. And another driver to win 2 was Brett Miller. Would win races 1 and 8. Race 8 with a $100 bill in 154 and 3. But race 1 here, full of sharks to kick the day off at 19 to 1. Bombs away to start the day here in 154 and 3, full of sharks. 9-year-old mare by Full of Fun. Big win there. And then the last driver to win 2 we'll look at is Jeremy Smith, races 7 and 14. Race 14, last race of the day, Lane of Stone in 153 and 4. Mark Winters trains that 8-year-old trotter. But race 7 here would be the first win for Jeremy Smith at 10 to 1. Bamboo in 1:54.3. Few more tracks left to go. Monticello, only the tracks now that had racing yesterday we'll look at. Monticello had a nice cart. Their cart of 7 here. Fillies and Mares Open Pace is the feature. 7,200 up for grabs. Field of 7. Let's see how it finishes.
Quarter. So moving around the clubhouse turn. Special Graduate holding that lead. Parked out there. Roll with Shorty. Pocket trip there. Abilita Hanover third. Then Meadowbrook Krister is alongside fourth. On the inside, Lady Newton. Outside, Perfect Queen and Lady Chrislam. But in the meantime, heading to the 3/4, Special Graduate holding that lead. Outside, Roll with Shorty. Inside, Abilita Hanover. 3/4 in 1:27.4. Midway around the final turn. On top, it's still Special Graduate. Outside, Roll with Shorty. Pocket trip, Abilita Hanover. Far outside, Meadowbrook Krista kicking in 3 deep, followed by Lady Newton, and they're at the top of the stretch, homeward bound, and it's still Special Graduate, passing lane, Abilita Hanover, far outside. Here comes Meadowbrook Krista. 4 horses across the track. Who's it going to be coming down to the line? Looks to be Abilita Hanover and Meadowbrook Krista.
It was Abilita Hanover in 1:56.4 for Fern Paquette Jr. getting the win there. And then also yesterday, one driver could only get 2 wins on the 7-race car, and that was Gregory Merton. He'd win the first race with Mystical Gal in 1:57.3. He'd also win the last race with Hunter's Gal in 1:59.3. On to Oak Grove yesterday. Open Pace, race 6, 30 grand up for grabs. Field of 6. Let's see how it ends here.
Joins the outside flow, third over from 6th. Halfway home in 55 seconds. Rock Shining Star and No Losing coming up to his neck. A length back at the inside. He's a Wise Sky in the pocket is third. Outside, Seth Hanover with the second over cover fourth. Then it's Low Rider outside in the 5th position and Max Marvel. They continue up the backstretch towards the 3/4 mark. Noses apart at the front end. He's a Wise Sky still sitting in the pocket as he watches the battle between Rock Shining Star and No Losing up in front of him. And now looking to circle 3 wide off of them is Seth Hanover from 4th. Low Rider on the outside is 5th and Max Marvel 6th. 3/4, 122 and 2-1. They turn home. Rock Shining Star is still there. No Losing on the outside 2nd. From the extreme outside, Seth Hanover 3rd. Further out, Low Rider 4th. Looking for room. He's a Wise Guy, but it's Rock's Shining Star coasting home. Rock Shining Star gets it done. Looks like Low Rider might have caught He's a Wise Guy in a photo for 2nd in 1:50.1.
Yeah, Rocket Shining Star gets the win there. And also 2 drivers would get 2 wins yesterday. Tony Hall's the first one. Race 4 with Ain't the Same Without You in 1:52.1. And here's the highlight of race 7, Speaking Volumes in 1:52.1. This is a 4-year-old gelding by Art Speak, trained by Wayne Oak. And then we also got Marvin Luna would win 2. Race 8 at 13-1 with Dakota Jack in 1:53.1. This is the highlight we'll see here in a second. 11-1 or 11-year-old gelding by Duneside Perch. Again, 13-1 Dakota Jack. And then Luna would also win race 11 with Crunch the Numbers in 1:56.2. That was a 3-year-old gelding by Captain Crunch. And don't forget, check out my Harness News updates, picks and analysis for Oak Grove's racing today. They kick off in less than 2 hours. About an hour and a half, actually. I have all 12 races and both pick 5s up there. Check it out on harnesslink.com under the Harness News update tag. Last track we'll look at, Harrington Raceway had racing yesterday. Open Pace, race 6. Let's pick it up at the half.
The outside Church Charles with Sky, nothing yet from Dreaming of Lou. They went by the half in 57 2/5. They head over toward the backstretch, and Sprocket on the outside battled with Trojan Banner, their heads apart. 3 lengths further back, Lou's Beach third. Down inside, Mac has nowhere to go right now. Outside, dropping back a bit, Sweet Angel Boy. They continue up the backstretch. Mac is loose. They go toward 3/4. Sprocket on the outside continues to battle Trojan Banner. Lose Beach is there. Out now is Mac from 4th, 3/4, 124 and 1/5. They make their way around the final turn, coming toward the top of the stretch. Trojan Banner, Sprocket on the outside, getting closer now and ready to swing out 3 wide. Here's Mac down at the rail. Lose Beach gets room. They straighten away. On the far outside, here comes Mac. Mac, Lose Beach down the inside. Trojan Banner fighting hard. They come to the wire. Lose Beach down the inside. 152 and 4.
Yeah, big win there by Lose Beach. Wins by a neck to win the 22,500 open pace yesterday. Jim Moran was in the bike. That would actually be his first of 3 wins. A couple more drivers would have multiple wins. Would be Anthony Morgan. He would win 4. He would win races 1, 3, 7, and 12. Here's race 1 with Revelry in 155 and 1. Wins by a nose at 3-1. Kicks off his first of 4 wins there. And the last driver we'll talk about, Art Stafford Jr. He wins 3 races, 5, 9, and 11. Race 11 here, my boy Jack in 157 flat. Peter Marsh trains this pacer, a 6-year-old gelding by American Ideal, getting the job done there. Wrapped it up a little quick here. Yeah, that's okay. You know what? We'll start wrapping things up. That's everything I have for you today. Thank you for joining me on this amazing Tuesday episode. I'll be back on Friday. Like I said, we'll talk about some recaps of everything going on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Also preview the weekend, Blue Chip Matchmaker, and the Borgata series for sure. I have a guest line up. I'll announce that when it's 1,000% official. I usually pre-record guests. And once it's recorded, I'll announce who it is just in case something changes, but I'll have that on Friday. So stay tuned and come back here with Harness News Update. We're live here on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is our only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standard industry worldwide, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, US, and of course, Europe, sponsored by harnessbid.com. So check that out as well. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. And also don't forget to check out Harness News Update picks and analysis. Today I have Oak Grove. Tomorrow I have Western Fair. Thursday, Fraser Downs. And then I'll talk about my weekend stuff on the Friday show. So see you then. Until next time, take care.